Hello, collective. Let's go ahead and just get some messages from Spirit. What does Spirit want to talk about? Let's go ahead and get into it. As always, if you're interested in booking a personal with me, the link to that is in the description box below. This is a collective message, so please take this as it resonates to you and your situation. Let's go ahead and pull 3 cards. We're going to see, what does Spirit have to say? Okay, we had one fly on out. We have the Crow coming forward. Magic. Oh, okay. Let's see what else wants to come forward. 2 more cards. All right, we have the Rat, Survival. And we have the Rabbit, Fertility. You know, I was going to say this to kind of begin with the Magic and the Crow coming forward. I definitely, and I wanted to make sure. Oh, and then right here we have Determination, the Badger, okay? And so I definitely feel like that is relevant. With this Magic coming forward, my collective, I feel sometimes we can put ourselves with this Rat coming forward in survival mode, right? Where it's like you put yourself in this survival mode, but it's like, there's some magic to be sprinkled upon your path, and don't discredit yourself from that, okay? There's a big sense here where it's like, don't discredit yourself from the magic that is possible, or the magic that you can kind of create for yourself. Now with the Crow, this is just kind of standing out to me, where it's like the crows, they don't forget a face, okay? And I feel like this is, don't forget your dream. Don't forget your dreams. Don't forget the path that you want to follow. Don't forget what it is that you want to fulfill within this lifetime. And I feel like that is very significant when it comes into this Crow, where it's like, don't forget. Do not forget. Don't forget the vision. Don't forget the opportunities that you were looking for, because it's like we get so busy in this sense of surviving, right? Where it's like we get so into the routine of like, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to do whatever. I just feel like there's a big sense here where some of us have forgotten some deeper dreams or some deeper wants when it comes into this lifetime, and not in a bad way, okay? We all do it. We're all human, but I do feel like there's a sense where it's like you've kind of gotten into a consistent sense of routine, and this sense of like just kind of going with the flow, surviving when it comes into this lifetime. And Spirit's like, don't forget the magic that's on this path. Don't forget what it is that you actually are kind of hoping for or wanting. And we have the Rabbit, which is all about fertility. And so I do feel like there's a big sense here of like new beginning, or planting some seeds and believing that they're going to grow. Okay, let's go ahead and pull one piece of advice. We're going to pull one piece of advice from Spirit. What does Spirit have to say? All right, we have masculine, and again, not talking about male or female, but when I see this masculine energy, this is becoming very dominant in what it is you're looking for, becoming very dominant in your ideas, your hopes, your dreams, okay? Challenges in life are very, like, they're invincible, right? We're always going to face a challenge, but the divine masculine is like a lion, where it shows that resilience, all right? Where you are able to adapt and able to overcome anything that is thrown your way. I feel that you are going to be able to kind of overcome this, or be able to find the path, find the way out. Much like the Rat as well, where it's like sometimes they just follow through instinct, right? And I feel like there's a big sense here where it's allow that intuition to kind of guide you a little bit more, not being so where, when we get into a job, and we've been in this job for 5 to 10 years, we're in a routine of it, right? But of course we'd like to go up 10 steps higher. Of course we'd like to receive more in X, Y, and Z, right? But we get into the routine of things, and I just feel like there's a big sense here where it's like Spirit's telling you, don't discredit yourself. Don't discredit the magic that is possible for you. Okay, that is very clear as day. There's some magic here, and it's like, don't discredit your magic. Don't discredit that. Don't lose sight. I feel like there's a big sense here. Don't lose sight, because if you plant the seed, it's possible. Let's pull 4 tarot cards to kind of see what's coming forward for you. Let's pull 4 tarot cards. What's coming forward for my collective? All right, we have that 9 of Pentacles coming forward. We have the Fool coming forward. We have that 6 of Swords. And we have that 9 of Wands. Okay. I really feel like there's a big sense here of some of us have some big hopes, big dreams, big goals, okay? Now, this can go in a ton of different ways where you have some hopes, but with this Nine of Pentacles, I definitely feel like there's a sense of confidence, and this could be financially, this could just be like overall in general, right? I do feel like it's worth an opportunity to like take forward or move forward towards an opportunity of some kind, because we have the Fool and then we have the Six of Swords. And so with this, to me, there's like, don't be afraid to move forward, because I think that it's like if you want to, let's say that you want to get a different position in something. Let's say that there is a new opportunity of some kind, right? I feel like with the Six of Swords, it's saying that whatever you're going to move into, it's it's a better place, not in a sense where it's like you're in a negative place, but there is a sense here where it's maybe not as strugglesome. Maybe it's a little bit of a smoother path than what you were aware of, right? But I do feel like there's this sense of nervous energy. There's a big sense of nervous energy. Don't be afraid to plant the seed, though, because I feel like you'll be able to see what the seed can create. If this is for some of you who are thinking about doing a personal business, okay, or maybe starting something new, all right? Or maybe you've wanted to start something new or go down a new path of some kind, some way, right? It's different for everybody. So, but I do feel like there's something about like creating something or starting something new. With this Nine of Pentacles coming forward, to me, this is definitely where it's like there's a big sense here of confidence or creation or being able to do something independently, where maybe you're really worried about it. Am I going to be successful in this? And again, sometimes, don't get me wrong, things happen like overnight where it's like, you're over here and then all of a sudden you're over here. But sometimes it takes growth. A lot of the time it takes the growth. And it's like, don't discredit yourself from that. Plant the seed and watch it grow. But I feel if you give this an opportunity, it's going to be a lot smoother, or it's going to end up in a better place than what you're expecting. Okay. And we have this. And again, with that masculine energy, not talking about male or female, but when I think of the masculine, I think of somebody very dominant, somebody who is like very, this is what's going to happen, this is what's going to work out for me, if that makes sense for you, because there's a big sense here of something happening or something working out, okay? Let's go ahead and pull 3 more cards. Let's pull 3 more cards for my collective. What else does my collective need to hear? See, the magic. There is something magical about this journey. There's something here for those collective, but I feel that you hold yourself back because you're worried about it. There's a lot of worry, so I feel like you hold yourself back in some way, shape, or form. I think that you could focus on like maybe the restrictions, or you could focus on, is this going to work out for me? I think that your worry can hold you back. Maybe this is resources that hold you back, okay? And again, that's why we put ourselves in this sense of survival mode, but it's like time to plant the seed. And when I say plant the seed, right, you might not have every single place, every category filled at that moment, right? Where it's like, okay, I want to start a personal business. I need this to start. I just want you to get started. I want the ball to start rolling. In some way, somehow, I feel like there's a sense here where Spirit is saying you are going to be a lot more successful in something than what you're giving it credit for. And it's like, don't lose sight of the magic. Don't lose sight of those goals, those hopes, those dreams that you have had once before, or that you were hoping for once before, because we've gotten so set in a routine about something. It's time to plant the seed. And I think that your worry makes you feel held back. But right here, Spirit coming forward, the High Priestess, I feel like Spirit's like, I'm with you. I'm giving you this sense of intuition. I'm giving you this sense of push, because that's where you need to be. And it's like, it's time to step into the masculine, where it's like very dominant, very, this is going to happen for me. There's something very specific about that, okay? Where it's like, I really do feel like there's something here where it's like, it's going to turn out a lot better than what you're giving it credit for. And some of you might be in this sense of doing something already, okay? You guys maybe could be in the routine of doing something already, and it's like, become very dominant, where there is no chance but for this to work for you. Or maybe this is, something that's happened in the past and you're on a new path, and it's like, Okay, well, don't lose sight of the magic. Don't lose sight of what it is you're actually looking for because you're in this sense of survival mode, right? Let's say that you have gone through bad relationships or you've had the struggles with money, right? And it's like, well, you once had the hope for a beautiful love, or maybe you once had this hope for being very independently strong. And it's like, well, I've kind of given up hope on that. Whatever, I'm just putting myself in this sense of survival mode where I don't necessarily need a relationship, or maybe I don't necessarily need X, Y, or Z, right? There's a big sense here when it comes into this where it's like, don't put your sense itself in that sense of routine, okay? Put yourself in the sense of magic is possible for me and spirit has my back and they're pushing me. There's a big sense here of intuition too, like paying attention to, oh, look at that. That wanted to just come through. Abundance. There is some abundance that's meant to be on your path. There is some abundance, okay? Do not lose sight of that. And for some of you, this could be financially because there's money on here, the Nine of Pentacles. For those who have been thinking about making some changes financially, okay? Those who've been thinking about some things financially. Let's go ahead and pull 2 more cards. All right, we have the past. Yep. See? I feel like sometimes we can hold ourselves back because of the past, which I feel, yep. Okay, so I feel we have this, we have the facade coming forward, the belief system, and then we have the thoughts, okay? I feel you feel very trapped because of your thoughts, because of your past. And it's like, instead of focusing on the past, instead of focusing on maybe things that didn't work out, I want you to really switch that belief system, because that's what's holding you back, is the sense of like not believing that you can make it, not believing that this is possible for you. But Spirit is trying really hard to place something in your belief system. I'm just going to pull 1 more confirmation card, Spirit, for what I'm saying. 1 more confirmation card. Yeah, see, right here, Spirit guides. They're helping assist you with this. They're really, and just like I said, I was like, I want a confirmation for that. And we have the assistance. Right, as I was saying, is like Spirit is trying to kind of place some things in your reality to give you that push, to give you that like sense of being like, okay, look at this, feel this energy, because it's really going to push you in a different direction. There is a big sense here of, I feel that something is going to maybe work out better than what you thought, or something is maybe easier to, not easy to achieve, but it's like you're going to do a lot better than maybe what you're giving yourself credit for. Maybe this happens a lot faster than what you give yourself credit for, okay? But it's like because of your past, or because of what you've experienced financially in a romance or in like a physical in some way, shape, or form, we have a certain belief system, and our thoughts are kind of trapping us in the sense where it's like, this isn't possible. We're not able to achieve this. But your loved ones, your spirit guides, they're like, it's time for you to become very dominant on this. Do not lose sight of the magic that's on your path. Don't lose sight of your past goals, because we've gotten so used to that sense of routine, that sense of life. Plant the seed and watch it grow, okay? I hope everybody enjoyed their message. I'm sending you all lots of love and light. Take care.